Hey guys, sorry about that. Sorry I'm late. It's been absolutely insane morning with everything coming out. It's just been absolutely nuts. Let's just jump into it. Okay, let's try to bond. There we go. We're bonding. Yay. All right, let's just jump into this stuff because today is going to be absolutely crazy. I'm just watching how this is already playing out and some of the news and how some of this stuff's already moving. Nutty day. Boy, is it going to be crazy. Okay, let's get to this and try to figure out how we're going to cut down on the nuttiness because we're going to have stuff all over the place moving. How about that MDB quarter? Let's start with the levels on the ES, and then we'll go from there. I personally think they're just going to whack it around all day today. That's my personal opinion of this. Let me make sure I'm on the right speaker, and I do apologize for starting late. I'm trying to get to this 815 level. It seems like a pipe dream, to be honest with you. So, I mean, that doesn't really get any cleaner, does it? I mean, I think that's pretty much says it all so far, don't you? Well, they didn't like something. Trading economics. Let's go take a look at trading economics. What couldn't you like? What fresh hell could have happened at 8 o'clock? I got nothing on the tape. Unless somebody came out and said something. It's the only thing I can think about because you came out perfectly at that 815 level, but I don't see anything. Unless it's Europe or something. But, I mean, it's straight down. Like fast. Usually that bounces and catches. It usually becomes an area of interest to buy right in here. So see if it holds. Go from there. But I don't see I'm just going through all this stuff and see if I see any reason I got to do anything. Really. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. All right. Let's go take a look at the NQ and see what we got here. Guys, I'm going to dive right into questions. It's all about NVIDIA tonight. I have a couple I should go over with you ahead of time, but it's all about NVIDIA. You have a conference call coming up at 9 o'clock on Kohl's. You guys are going to want to watch this conference call if you're trading that name. It looks like they're going to do it on the internet. It looks like they want to do it on, hold on. Yeah, I think they're going to do it on, is this their site that they're taking me to? Hold on. Oh no, this is just some dude that's going to play the conference call for you. Okay, that's weird. I mean, maybe it's nice and I'm just angry. I don't know. Oof. Jesus. Who peed in their Cheerios? Was there a mean tweet? Is that what we're dealing with? Probably a mean tweet. More liberation? I'd like to know why that's dropping, but I don't know. You're going the wrong way. How does he know where we're going? All right, let's jump into it. Let's just go. You know what? I'll start here. Coles was really good. They doubled. Your call wall was 15. And, all call walls are not the same, but I'll get into that in another video. You see how you're flipping right here? Once you flipped 15, that was it. Boom, it was on. You can say it. Like once you flipped it, that was it. That's your demarcation line on that trade. So that's your call wall. You're probably not going to break it, is where my head is. But if you do break it, you want to watch that. And it's definitely something that is super important to you. Super, super important. You got to watch that conference call. Abercrombie, I own. I thought it was really good, like really good that they're in line, considering everything that Target couldn't pull off in line. Walmart couldn't pull off in line. They pull off in line, they go down. So I'll take the company trading at 7 times earnings, 8 times earnings, no problem. I am interested in this though. Give me 1 second here. I want to see something. See if I can find something for you guys that could add value since you waited so long. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up and what goes on there. Let's see if we can get to that. Cool. Yep, perfect. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, you're far off of both of those, so I don't really have to worry about that. Let me go to this. All right, good. I'm surprised that you're doing this. I actually think that this is a real testament to AEO tomorrow. I really do. I think that's a real testament to them. What else is really important? You have a massive call wall. I'm actually long Tesla. You have a massive call wall at 350 and you held. So as long as you're closing above 350 now, I'm probably net long Tesla. As long as you're over 350, I'm probably net long Tesla. I'll have a net long bias on Tesla now, as long as I'm over that 350 level. If you're in the community, you know that you've had funds that are like net buyers lately. I do think there's something to this. We'll see how it plays out. I don't know if you have to like rush into it, but you're over. And maybe the whole robot thing's not going away. I mean, RR 319, they came out and said, we're going to be first. Nobody bought this. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I mean, we did, but you guys need to look at this name. If you're not in it, you got to look at this name. They're the first ones that are going to buy Thor. So Soundhound looks like it rolled the other way, but these things that I try to take that are in Miami and I put them in my closet so people can have jobs, their technology is pretty advanced on the self-driving side. So if physical AI is going to be a thing, I don't really understand why people aren't understanding that if there's physical AI and that's the best chip, why wouldn't somebody go out there, take this technology and like put that chip in there? I mean, I'm lucky I can turn the internets on, but it just seems to make sense to me. But what do I know? I'm just a caveman. Ever see those skits? All right. What else we got that I think super important? Nvidia's tonight, up or down 5%, super tight range. A lot of buying. Looks like they're trying to get ahead of it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't own Nvidia. I mean, clearly I own a ton of Nvidia. It's my single largest position. So UNH, I don't know how this thing's not falling apart. Second investigations, they're not bullish. I can't believe that Buffett and Tepper didn't know this. I have such a hard time with it. Maybe I'm too callous about, the wheels of justice, but I would have thought they would have known. So let's go through these quick and knock it out, get it done, get it in. And I do apologize. 8:30, I say 8:15, 8:30. I come in after 8:30, I start feeling bad. So I do apologize. It's a waste of your time. And I do apologize for that. I'll do better. It's all about Nvidia. I actually woke up. I woke up screaming Jensen. That's how I know I need a social life. I think I think you're on to something there, dude. This is the thing that scared me the most. And So I bought this the other day, and I'm going to do a whole video on me getting stopped out of trades because people always like they show like 5 easy ways to make money, and then like they show this trade where everything just goes up. It's not rosy, man. It's ugly. It's brutal. But if once I closed below the 55, that was it. I actually made money on the puts on the way down, but not enough to cover the loss, but mitigate it. This is the one thing that's out there, bro, that's scaring me. And, Amazon is bouncing off there. It's like not a care in the world. So I keep going back to this and going, how does the market go higher with IGV doing this? Like, how many times has the market ripped with doing this? And then I'm just wondering, like, are we just waiting for XLK to catch up to it? See like XLK is doing there right here. I think it's an issue, and it's on my mind. Like, it's really on my mind because I don't know. Like, are you going to see Nvidia crush and then they dump, like everyone gets out? Like they've done that before with Nvidia, right? Like, it's not crazy to think that they all get out of Nvidia even on good numbers. I mean, AVGO usually marks the spot, right? But are we setting up for that? Like, you always have to think about how they're going to screw us. So, when they dumped, like Microsoft crushed, right? And what did they do? They just hammered it. Like, if you shorted record earnings and record revenue, you're up 10%, which is crazy if you think about it. So you start thinking, going, geez, are they going to do that with Nvidia? And this is the thing that's just like, if I just say, like, if someone said, hey, what's bothering you? That's bothering me. The fact that I now have a 22.55 cross on IGV, which is a leading sector. The SOX looks great, but it's the eSOX that's really leading. It's not the ASOX, right? So equity weight's leading. So, that's where I'm at. I think that's how you have to worry about it and go from there. And let me just see something here. And go from there. So if you look at Kohl's, just watch that level. But on Amazon, you're holding. Let's go back to Bros. This morning's just insane. I really don't understand for the life of me how people are still holding that UNH. Like, it's just crazy to me. But, maybe they're like, yeah, we know this is coming. Yeah, they're going to split the company up. Yeah, the company split up is worth $400. This looks amazing. You got everything you wanted, John. You got your doji, you got your pullback on earnings, and now you're flipping and you're doing it on high volume. You got everything you wanted, buddy. Like, that's the cat's pajamas. I like that a lot. Banks look fantastic. I might be up there sooner than I thought. I keep fighting it. I'm actually supposed to go on a trip, but I don't know that I'm going. I'm supposed to go in like a month. So I'm trying to plan some stuff around. So I haven't traveled in a long, long time, but I guess New York's not really traveling. I guess it is, but I don't really travel. I'm really surprised by this. Like, I'm actually super annoyed because I bought it on the news and then it didn't go up right away. I'm finding that these news moves are super delayed lately. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, but they're super delayed, man. Like I bought this. I'm like, oh, maybe everybody knew they were getting 100 airplanes. And then like a couple of days later, the stock's up. And I'm trying to figure it out. Like, is this because the algorithms, see the way these guys trade, the algorithms always change. They always change the algorithms, right? Because we get caught in our patterns. So the patterns used to be, we're just going to rip them up and then you guys can't even get in, right? Lockout rally. Is the pattern now that they're going to take the other side of good news, knock these names down, and then they're going to step in because they can buy more of it because they know people are confused and they walked away from it because they got disenfranchised. I'm just wondering, I mean, is anybody else noticing that? Like you're getting good news sometimes on these names and they're being super delayed in their movements. I noticed it a couple quarters ago with earnings. Like you'd have it, we were calling them 2-day moves. Like they would just dump. Remember this with like Netflix? They would just dump Netflix, like, and they would just hammer it and you couldn't figure it out, right? It happened here too. Like Netflix had great numbers and it just went sideways and everyone, you're like, well, my God, they crushed. Maybe it was factored in. And then from here, you just went up. So I'm just wondering if they're changing strategies. See if you guys notice anything about that later. But I do feel that way, that they're doing something there. I think Boeing's going higher. I think that's one that they got me out of. This looks fantastic. I'm not touching it because of this movement. I don't want to be in stuff that does that, but it does look fantastic. And I think that you're going to do exceptionally well with it. CRML, they were trading this one in the room. I have no idea what it does. Something with minerals, right? USAR, all these names. MP looks like that, they're the leader. That is a massive reversal and rejection yesterday. So I'd be super, super careful of those names now. Gold in general, yeah, you're curling like a mofo. Look how tight it's getting. I mean, like if I ever wrote my book and you wanted to see coiling, that's coiling like a mofo. And if you look at Ellen's, I'll get you this guy's thing. I got to drop this in, but you can get Apollo's chief economist. He puts out an email daily. Pardon me. And he does it for free. And I was looking at his new inflation numbers. There's no way that you shouldn't be buying gold and silver and Bitcoin. And like, there's just no way. Inflation's going higher. So, people don't understand that 3% means that when you make, let's say you make $100,000 a year, that means that you're losing 3% per annum, like just to inflation, just by standing still. Like that's why you can't get ahead. Was that out loud? All right. So, that's why all your money has to earn something, just even interest. Buy hedges, man. I mean, you're crawling like a mofo. You really are. I agree 100% with you on that, Julian. What's up, Julian? What's up, AT? Mitch. Way healthcare. I'm not gonna be able to do all these. I might go live for NVIDIA. I think that might be the way to handle this tonight. I don't know. There's something that's very attractive about it, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, and I can't figure it out. Because I would have liked if it did the undercut, and it didn't, but there's something super attractive about this chart. I'm just trying to figure it out. There it is. Come on. Oh, good. This little thing's going to pop up. That's fantastic. Windows is like the gift that keeps on giving. It's like Jello of the Month Club. See it? Doji, test that doji, holds. I think as long as you hold that level, I think you're good. This is an interesting chart. What do they do? Are they like that sat company? I see star. Is it like a satellite company? Let's go to the body. To the body, as Mickey would say. Yeah. It's really interesting because there's something going on there. I can't really put my finger on everything that's going on there. Let's just do the 4 horsemen real quick. Right. Okay. So your break, you see your MACD. So this is what I call the 4 horsemen. It's just simple. It gives me like a relay of the land real quick. It's MACD, rate of change, RSI, and then slow stochastics. I use slow stochastics differently, but it doesn't matter. The rate of change is over 0. You're about ready to cross your 0 line, and you've already broken your trend line. You've already broken the trend line on your MACD. That's what's kind of throwing me off. You're probably going higher, dude. Let me just leave it at that. It's probably going higher. I don't know what they do, but this is super interesting. I guess it's a satellite company. Is that it? I'm not up to speed on all these sat companies, guys. I know that's weird for me to say because I know a lot of this stuff, but 26 years we never of trading, we never really cared about satellites. Like they never made any money, until AT&T writes a $23 billion check yesterday. But definitely something to pay attention to. There's something in that chart, dude. There's something in that chart. SFST. I'm not gonna be able to get to all these. Oh, good. I would just choose your player like Street Fighter. Like they're all the same. It's they're all the same. It's just like they're just different, right? But I don't know. You have a cup and handle. It's beautiful, but you're gonna have it everywhere. I just think you're better off just buy DPST, call it a day, look at it in 3 months after the first rate cut. Like if you buy this and you leave it onto the first rate cut, let me know how that goes. It's usually for the first 90 days after the first rate cut, you can just leave the damn thing on. If you go back and look at it through time, that's literally the move. So, good morning from Phoenix. I'm going to have to go through some of this stuff and just jump people, dude, just to get through it. Nvidia just feels awesome. I want to just go through this because I think you're onto this. I think this is where you should be going with the real estate stuff. That's the real. That's not the one I want to go through. I want like EXPI, like all of this stuff, like Remax. You guys got to look at all these names, not just the stupid stuff like OPED, OPEN. Remember, these guys are like paid, right, to tell you to buy this stuff. Just remember that when you see these guys on Twitter pretending that they're your friends. Come on, guys, come on in. I'm your friend. Yeah, they're bringing back the logo. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. And then someone said, no, they're trying to get them to eat salads and, lentil soup. And, it's the hippies. Hippies are basically communists. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know. I have not been to a Cracker Barrel in so long, but used to go there and you would get like grits and your biscuit, and you'd leave there with diabetes. Like that's why you go there. And the sausage gravy and the chicken fried steak. Like there's a reason you go to Cracker Barrel. It's actually pretty awesome. Wish they don't have that in Miami. BMOW. I don't think there's one in Miami. Doesn't really fit the lifestyle. Jesus. That's what you call the patented middle finger pattern. Like here's like the knuckles. Obviously they had a fantastic quarter. All these banks, I'm going to just save this one. All these banks, man, when I go through them, like Deutsche Bank, and I keep saying this over and over again, but when you look at like Deutsche Bank or UBS, like these are not signs of a global recession, quite the opposite. So, that bank looks awesome. I could totally see why you'd be buying that bank. Happy Wednesday. Expedia looks great. I actually think that people are going to travel way more than we think. And I actually was thinking about this with like Vietnam and these names. I don't know that this is the one, but I do think like Korea. I do think the more that I thought about this, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think that EWI is going a lot higher. And I think it's going to be because of EUAD. I really do. And I think these defense names are going to go a lot higher, like a lot higher. It's definitely on my mind. I've been thinking about this 5% from GDP out on Germany. That's not going to go away. And once that's in, you're going to get certain levels of entitlements, meaning they're not going to be able to pull back on that spending, even with someone like Trump out of office. Because I'll tell you why. Because once that happens, you're going to have jobs. And so like if you're in Germany, I mean, you basically, you have unions, et cetera, for the workforce. They're not going to just say, oh, you can cut all these people now. So that's going to be a whole thing. It's very interesting, to say the least. I don't know if Vietnam's the one, bro. I'm curious why you think that, or you just technically. Yeah, I don't know. Usually when you see commodities start kicking up and stuff like that, it's time. I think if you're looking long time. Okay. I feel like Full Metal Jacket now. If you are looking at this, I don't think there's a wrong time to ever buy Exxon, but you got to be thinking like years. I don't know. How's this doing? You guys are out buying gold. I'm buying eggs. We are not the same. Keep telling you, man. Organic. Got a whole stockpile. Just get some fridges. That's the one you should be looking at. You just got to wait for the pullback. Okay. It's all about that organic lifestyle, man. Look how they massacred my boy. What are you doing here? Okay. So I do think that would be the one. All right. Pizza. Yeah, it's going to be a monster in quarter. I think so if it looks fine. Wake me up. I'm going through these, just looking. Happy Wednesday. I closed mine yesterday. I bought it back today. I didn't like the comment about them asking for more time. I don't know how that conference call is going to go. You got to watch this on the conference call. I really don't know how that's going to go here. And I think that's a real issue for them, on the call. I really do. I definitely think that's something to watch. So I'm going through all this stuff. I don't like the way we're acting this morning. It's weird. Very weird. So let's see. Oh, there's so much going on. Yeah. Now's acting like this because no one asked about this, which just means to me it's going higher. So the fact that MDB, you're probably going higher. Like this was a great quarter. You never know how this stuff's going to trade, but this was like a blowout quarter. Raise guidance. There's a basket of names that are all tied together. I'll give you a couple of them. Now's tied to it. D-Dog's tied to it. And you can see them all trading up, right? GTLB's tied to it. There's a whole basket of them, and they're all trading up. And it's all because of MDB. So let's get to it. AEHR. Let's go through it. MP we went over. AEHR. AEHR. I'd make sure you hit another high today. If not, you're going to start flagging, which is fine. Yeah, that's why. But there's a lot of stuff out there going on. How does he know where we're going? Yeah, but how do they miss that? How does Tepper and him both miss that? I know. I woke up screaming. Jensen. That show's amazing. I'm halfway through episode 4. That's probably one of the best shows that they've had in a long time. Really cool sci-fi stuff. Like really, I think it's really cool the way they did that show. That's what I'm wondering. Let's see here. See if there's something in here I got to go over. They definitely have a really different time frame. That's true. Well, if tariffs are deflationary, it'd be great if that starts kicking in. The best place to trade options is to get a really good book called Options as a Strategic Investment and read the whole thing. It's by Macmillan. That's the best place to start. Oh, is there one? Oh, how about that? I like BK a lot. I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're doing there. They don't want the chip, though, right? They really don't want the chip. So whatever. Sophie looks fine. I don't think there's anything to do. Like, I don't think there's anything to do there, Tara. Like, I just don't, you're not going to go up every single day. I don't think that's really the end of the world. I truly don't. This call looks like it's going okay. I'm not on it because I'm here, obviously, but this call looks like it's going okay with coal. So as long as the call goes okay and you stay above that 15, I think you're good. I got to jump, guys. Make good choices.